Billy called our magazine's editorial offices one day and said, "Hey, is this Cafe Racer? This is Billy Joel." And I said, "Really? This is Bruce Springsteen?" He goes, No, really, this is Billy Joel." And my wife's always been a big fan. I'm a big fan. But the funny thing was, we talked for about an hour, and we never talked about showbiz or music. We talked about transmissions, gearing, chains, sprockets, that kind of thing, because Billy's a genuine gearhead. He's really into it. And I think that's something, he opened the shop here in Oyster Bay called 20th Century Cycles. It's a place where people, sober-minded gearheads, can meet and talk and admire and ride motorcycles.
I notice sometimes when I get written up, the story about me riding on a motorcycle, he jumped on his chopper, which drives me crazy. I hate choppers. I would never ride a chopper. I can't stand the chopper culture is dead. It's deader than a doornail. It started dying when you saw the movie Easy Rider. That was the beginning of the end of the chopper. When Hollywood got a hold of it and they beat it to crap, and now Honda's making its own factory custom chopper. Forget it. It's over. The original hot bikes back in the day in Europe were called cafe racers. Kids wanted bikes that look like they're racing, race winner hero bikes, like from Isle of Man or from Grand Prix bikes, and they would take fairly inexpensive stock bikes and try to get a lower handlebar on it. They would try to make it look more like a racing bike. And those ended up being cafe racers. In the States, we had bigger motorcycles. So the way to make those faster was to knock parts off of them. They called them bobbers. This is before choppers became a look. You would chop parts off. You would bob parts. They made the bikes go faster. They could climb hills on them. And they started to look like hot rods. That's the difference between the American hot bike and the European hot bike. So there's kind of a kinship between bobbers and cafe racers. Cafe racers are more like a racing bike. The seating position is more like a racing bike. Bobbers more of a street bike that's been souped up. The ones I like are the new, smaller, the 750s, the V7 Classic and the V7 Cafe Racer. I also like the California Vintage. I tend to like a retro styling. I like the way new things work. I like the way old things look. Whenever that's combined, it's very appealing to me.